Well, hello there. It's Garrick again. I hope I don't have to introduce myself every single time. I bet you're asking yourself, what are you up to today, boy? I'm going to tell you. Some months ago, I realized, like every year, soon it would become uncomfortable to be living at the same temperature on the outside as it was on the inside. And I would need some way of heating up my home. Now, there is a propane furnace, and I got a full tank of propane, but I ain't got the guy to start it for me, and I'm afraid of blowing myself sky high with the improper use of propane. So I won't do it. I just won't do it. So I looked into one of them there cast iron wood stoves and ovens. Damn, boy, them's is real expensive. And the chimneys? Good Lord, I nearly had myself a coronary. So I figured I'd better come up with some kind of clever idea real quick. And I did. And here it is. What's that, Garrick? Right, that's just a bottle of propane and some kind of old metal shelving unit. Well, upon closer examination, you will see that it ain't just a shelving unit. That there appears to be a tinfoil cooking stove. That's what that is. That's a tinfoil cooking stove. Why don't we start her up? You can see how she works. I'll start her up for you. Here's my lighting procedure. Don't get blown up now. I will normally get a flame going and then turn the propane on. That's the safe way. But don't get blown up now. Hold on a second. I better get some more gas. Here we go. Don't get blowed up now. Oh, that fucking vent's not closed. Here we go. Oh, no, it's closed. Don't get blowed up now. We need more gas. That's a lot of gas. Don't get blowed up now. What's going on? I need two hands. This is only a two-handed procedure. I'll do the two hands. Don't get blowed up now. There we go. So there's the flame. Then I open up the little valve. Whoop, it's a little high for opening the valve. There we go. And then we open up this valve. Cleans up that flame quite a bit and it all goes blue. And it can get very, very high. If I turn that 64,000 BTUs, it would blow a hole clean through the top of that tinfoil on the top. Tinfoil isn't the most flame retardant material in the whole wide world. Now, why do you figure I got a cast iron pot full of rocks? I got another one up top here. That, the one up top there says McCleary on it. No drip. Used to be my old mammy's. Both of them filled with rocks. Wonder why? Well, I'll tell you. Because once them rocks get all hot, I turn the propane off. He's still pouring out of there for quite a long time after. Now, oh God, that's a long way down for the ups. So that's the tinfoil stove and cooking oven. I moved them rocks back. Well, then there's lots of room for a. It's not too hot. If I move them back, if I move that right back, there's quite a lot of room. You can see how wide that top is. And that cast iron stove, she don't take up that much room. Here's the, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so here's the Coups de Grace. Now, you can see a strange piece of wood there that don't belong. Ain't nothing else that color in here. Anyways, and there's a door. And you can see there's no door jamb. But above that door, there's a fan. There's a fan up there. And that fan goes along this terribly designed and ugly drop ceiling to a little curved area here. And the hot air comes pouring out of there right to there. That's where I sleep. That's my little heater. That little electric heater is only on in the bedroom. And it's always warm in my bedroom. That's where I keep my guitars. But the heat goes from there all the way down to there. And it gets pushed from over there out of my propane, tinfoil, stove, and cooker. Now, if I leave the flame down at that little temperature right there, I get about 4 or 5 days. 4 or 5 days of the heating in my home. About $25. It's about $5 a day. I'm not sure if that's reasonable or not. Seems like a hell of a lot of money. But until I get my propane furnace, this is how I'm dealing with it. And that's how I'm making do this winter, keeping warm until I get my furnace started. So, if you ever find yourself in need of a cast iron wood stove, think again. Get yourself a propane burning tinfoil one instead. Cost me $13 for the tape, and I had a big old roll of tinfoil. That didn't hardly cost nothing either. Everything else was reclaimed and reused, including this here pieces of wood. That came from a friend of mine named Adrian Jane. He bought a house that was built by the Mayor of Burlington back in 1959. This is a piece of wood from that there house. These boxes underneath there, them's old original quality gifts boxes. I think they go back to the 70s. I think for sure 70s, right? Maybe even the 60s, Ed? Them wood boxes with the little round holes, the stackable ones. Christ, they've been around for a long time, ain't they? Well, I got 2 of them. Actually, I got more than that. I'm what you call one of them there pack rats. I never throw anything away because you never know when it'd be good to you. This whole house is just reclaimed materials, including my new entranceway. Call it a sunroom, all made up out of reclaimed doors. There it is. 2 doors and a window. 2 doors in the front. 2 doors over there matching. They used to be at the Cheapside address. And then a louvered door from the 1959 mayor's house. All reclaimed doors. All reclaimed wood. Except for that tar paper. That tar paper's kind of expensive too. But not that much for an entranceway. Free entranceway because I kept some old doors. Keeps the dog food dry. Gives me a place to feed the dog and the cat without having to go fully outside. Handy and cheap. Just the way I like it. Just like Greg Green said, if the women don't find you handsome, hopefully they find you handy. Well, I'm pretty handy, but I ain't too handsome no more. Women don't find attractive a broken down old man that can't walk more than 10 or 15 steps without crying out in pain. They don't find that attractive. And they don't find being sick and feeling crappy all the time attractive either. But I'm handy. So, I guess I got one good thing. Merry Christmas. Stay warm. I will be, even if the electricity goes out. Merry Christmas. And don't forget, if you can't afford a cast iron wood burning stove, make one out of tinfoil and a propane cooker. Good day to you. Merry Christmas.